For a whole month from March 22nd to April 25th, 1995, there wasn't a single new episode of Dragon Ball Z on Fuji TV. And when it came back with episode 262, the rating share dropped to a 14.9 and didn't really recover until the end of Dragon Ball Z. Then episode 263 aired in the middle of Golden Week, May 3rd, 1995, and dropped the lowest rating of Dragon Ball Z at the time with a 12.9, marking the first time Dragon Ball's rating shares ever fell to a 12. The second and only other time this happened in Dragon Ball Z was episode 273, the lowest rating of any episode in Dragon Ball Z. Episode 273, titled A Demonic Maze, What Is There Inside Boo's Belly, earned a 12.1% rating share, airing August 2nd of 1995. By this point, the manga had been finished for 2 months. But episode 273 did adapt part of chapter 506 of the manga. The episode script for 273 was written by Masashi Kubota, the animation once again supervised by Masayuki Uchiyama, and Yoshihiro Ueda once again credited for the episode's direction. In this episode, Vegito, after giving Buu a hard time, allows himself to be absorbed. Buu celebrates this by tearing up the earth. The Kaioshin notice Buu's lack of change. Dende and Satan worry over there being presumably no fighters left. After letting his barrier down inside of Majin Buu, Vegito unfuses into Goku and Vegeta. The two of them crush their Potara and go searching for their allies and end up in Buu's stomach. So this is where you get the title of the episode. Because of Goku and Vegeta's exploits inside his stomach, Buu believes Vegito gave him indigestion. Goku and Vegeta's issues with Majin Buu persist throughout the episode, and it ends with a phallic worm rising out of Buu's innards. So this leads me to a burning question. What made this episode the least viewed in all of Dragon Ball Z? Again, episode 263 was the second episode to air after a month-long hiatus, and this episode aired during Golden Week. Another long break ensued, boosting the ratings initially, but that didn't last, and the ratings would just steadily fall until reaching its nadir with episode 273. Those are the two biggest reasons. It would make no sense that the episode after Vegito gets absorbed has 2% less overall viewers otherwise. The hiatuses became more frequent around this time as well. These rating drops at this point in the series could be a side effect of the hiatuses. There was 3 from March to June alone. Also, 273 aired during summer vacation when kids wouldn't have much else to do, or maybe that's the reason the ratings were dropping, because starting with episode 270, which premiered July 12, 1995, ratings dropped from a 17.9 in episode 269 following a hiatus to a 15. And this was during Vegito's fight with Buu, which disproves my point from earlier, so scratch that. Something was just clearly wrong here. The ratings rose back up to a 14.7 the next week, but wouldn't get real high again until the very end of Dragon Ball Z. It could be that the franchise had just worn out its welcome. The manga had finished up in May, the original audience the series was targeted at were adults by this point, and the remaining audience had nothing to look forward to. Until, of course, promotion for Dragon Ball GT began.